Good morning, everyone. I am going to handle the course name Business Research Methods in the topic data collection. Data collection is a systematic process of gathering information from various sources to answer research questions, test hypothesis, or support decision making. So, data collection is very important for any research. It might be primary data or the secondary data. This information can be in the form of numbers, text, images, or other formats. And its collection is crucial for ensuring the integrity of research. So, it might be in any forms. It might be in the form of a number, or in the form of a word text, or it might be in the form of an image or other formats, or any formats like symbols and so on, for providing the insights for the strategic planning and to provide an integrity. Data collection is a research component in all study fields, including physical and social sciences, humanities, and business. So, in social sciences only, we used to collect the data. Even in literature, we can collect the data for any information for supporting the documents. Then, if you see, goal for all data collection in capturing the evidence that allows data analysis to lead to the formulation of credible answers to the questions that have been posed. So, data collection is a very important component for any research. Methods of data collection. So, common data collection methods includes surveys, interviews, observation, and focus group. Generally, data collection for primary data, it will be in the form of a questionnaire or interview schedule. So, it might be in the form of survey also. For example, census is a very good example for survey where we will not miss even a door. So, we will go each door and we will do a survey. That is the best example for the surveys. Interviews is nothing but it might be a one-to-one interview or it might be a group interview to collect the data about some information. Sometimes the data collection will be in the form of an observation. So we have to observe the things and we have to collect the data, and observation will be recorded, that is we can have it in the form of a written. These are the observations from the particular study and so on, how we will do it in the laboratory test and so on. And focus groups, and sometimes we will use to focus the groups and we will collect the data which gather primary data directly from sources. So it is the primary data, that is primary data is nothing but a first hand information where we will collect the data. So next secondary data, it will be in the form of published articles in newspapers, journals, or any article which has been published and which has been documented. That is very important for secondary data. It is already recorded data, we can tell. So secondary data is very important for conducting experiments and to manipulate the variables and observe outcomes. The choice of methods depends on research goals, budget, and time constraints. So their data collection include primary data and secondary data collection. It is very important for any research, both the published data as well as the first hand information data. Primary data collection. So primary data collection is a process of gathering original first hand information directly from the source of, so it will be in the form of a realistic one for a specific research purpose. Common methods include conducting surveys, interviews, and experiments, as well as using techniques like observation and case studies. This raw data is collected and controlled by the investigator to ensure its accuracy and relevance to the research question. So very important for primary data is accuracy. So if you see what are the different types of primary data collection method is surveys, interviews, observations, and focus groups. These are sometimes interviews might be in the form of telephonic interview also, and focus group is we are very focused towards one particular group, and we can collect the data whichever is needed for us. In detail we will see the survey. So survey is nothing but collecting information from a sample population by asking the questions. This can be done through questionnaires, online forms, or public opinions polls, etc. Next, interview is collecting information from a sample population by asking them questions. This can be done through questionnaires, online forms, or public opinion polls. Observation, directly observing the behaviors, events, or phenomenon in a manual setting, in a natural setting to collect information. This can be used to study consumer habits, employee efficiency, or child development, and so on. So if we want to observe certain things which is happening, we can go for the observation study in a very good, in a big gathering, or in a mass area, what is happening we can observe, and we can collect the data. Next one is focus group. A small group of people are brought together to discuss a particular topic, providing qualitative insights and opinions. Secondary data collection method. Secondary data collection is a process of using information that was previously gathered by someone else for a different purpose. Instead of collecting new information directly for the researchers, they can consult and analyze data from the sources like government reports, academic journals, books, and company records to save time and resources. So it is already published, it might be published for some other purpose, so we can collect the data. This method is faster and less expensive than the primary data collection, can provide a broader scope of information. In this juncture, I want to tell one information, that is, we nowadays the material are very well available in the websites or in the encyclopedia and so on. For the secondary data, there is no need to spend money also. So that is very very important for the secondary data collection methods. Steps in data collection process. So first we have to define the research problem and objectives. First step is to define the research problem and objectives is very very important. Then determine the types of data required, whether it is primary, secondary, or both the datas. So choose the data collection methods, how we are going to collect the data. Next, design the tools, that is questionnaire or interview schedule is very important for designing the tool. Next one is collect the data systematically. Systematically we have to collect the data, verify and clean data for accuracy. And then we have to verify and we have to edit the data. If anything is needed, if anything is missing, again we have to go for the clean data for accuracy. Next one, record and store data securely. So we have to record the data and store the data very securely, because it is very very important. It is not that storage should be in one particular place, it can be in multiple places in order to have the access easily. Thank you for listening.